Hello there, you're welcome to another interesting edition of my podcast where I bring you my own opinions or views on various sporting issues that is making the media space. Not too long ago, the French um, football squad to the World Cup 2018, Russia 2018, was released. The manager Didier Deschamps gave this in the press briefing not too long ago. And prior to now, or prior to the final squad, I've always had a huge challenge, considering the huge talent pool at the disposal of Didier Deschamps. This is what you probably call the golden generation of France. They've got such a huge talent pool, and it was always going to be a huge challenge for any manager to come up with a final short list. But um, Deschamps has made a huge decision, a huge call, and so the final list is out, and of course, some names are not too surprising: Olivier Giroud, Antoine Griezmann, and Kylian Mbappe leading the attacking lineup. And another shocking one for me. I said for me personally because there's a Newcastle interest is the inclusion of Thuavin, who struggled at Newcastle. There could be various reasons. Some said probably he was not able to adapt to the English style, English league, English football. But I probably thought maybe it could have been as a result of bad management at the time. Steve McLaren was the manager of Newcastle, and they couldn't get the best out of him. But I think he made the right decision by going back to France, and it's been exceptional. And I'm quite happy that he made it. And of course, Osman Dembele, the Barcelona youngster, too, is part of the attacking lineup. And N'Golo Kante in the midfield, Blaise Matuidi, not surprising, Paul Pogba. But the surprise inclusion was Steven Nzonzi. To be honest, I think he merits it. It's done quite enough to get into the French team, and I'm quite happy that he made the final shortlist. And of course, the defense, I've got familiar names like Bernard Mendy, who plays for Manchester City, and Aderami, Samuel Omititi, Rafael Varane, and Steve Madanda. Always have a way of making it to the final lineup. Of course, Hugo Lloris is going to be the number one choice. But I think the other headline for me is the fact that there were some notable omissions from the team. Dimitri Payet, of course, had an injury at last night's Europa League final, so it was almost inevitable that he was going to be, out of the squad. But the shocking omission for me are the trio of Anthony Martial, Alexandre Lacazette, and Adrian Rabiot. Um, those were the shock omission for me. Um, Anthony Martial, personally, I feel that he would need to move out of Manchester United to be able to see the best of him. I feel that Mourinho is underutilizing the talent of this young man. Alexander Lacazette has been phenomenal since joining Arsenal at the beginning of the season, and I'm quite surprised that he was omitted. He's the only box striker that I think will get them goals, and I hope that this will not come back to haunt Didier Deschamps for omitting Lacazette. Um, for Rabiot, is according to experts within the French football, it is not really well. A lot of certain pundits within the French media environment suggested that a lot of people were not surprised that Rabiot did not make the team. It is said that following after PSG played Madrid, he has dropped drastically in form. So it was no surprise that he didn't make the team. Another player that I was quite surprised that they don't make the team is Kozawa. Quite surprising. He didn't even make the reserve team. So, and as I did highlighted on my Twitter handle, I mentioned that that the selection of the squad highlight the depth of talent pool that France have at the moment. Another player that did not make it is Kingsley Coman, the Bayern Munich defender, and Andre Pierre Guillon. And of course, Manchester City new signing in January, Aymeric Laporte. They did not all make the squad. So that's a big decision that was made by Deschamps. But all the same, it's still a strong squad. What is now left for the manager is to probably find a way of getting the best out of this golden generation. It would be nice to see how France, you know, perform at the world stage. I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know what you're thinking regarding this final selection. Just drop me a note on the comment section. And until I come your way again, there's a perspective from Oba. I'm out.